you know. Is that high speed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
High speed's gonna say hi every once in a while, which I think is exciting.
I think it's exciting too. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. I'm really excited to introduce you to a new series that I've been working on called Pints and Pinball. And originally, the way that I envisioned this was actually being out on location and talking with players, playing some pinball, trying some different drinks, and unfortunately with the current environment and having to shelter in place and stay at home, it's gonna look a little bit different here at the beginning. So I'm still excited to actually be able to do this. We're gonna be doing a series of video interviews with different players, getting to know them, checking in, and seeing what everybody's been working on with the current environment. So I'm really excited to introduce the first episode. We are going to be talking with Deboarh Tahlman. You know, she is a pretty big name within the community. A lot of people do know who she is, and she agreed to help me out and be my test subject for this initial episode. So thank you, Deboarh, and without further delay, let's go ahead and get right into it. The name of this series is Pints and Pinball. So like the whole point of this series is to let's drink and have a great time. Like, we don't have to talk about pinball, but like most of the people who I'm gonna probably be talking to is people who play pinball. So, yay.
Everybody should.
Everybody should too.
By the way, so I got dressed up tonight.
Yes, thank you. We got Soft Plunge. Shout out to Soft Plunge. I will definitely put their link down in the comments below. And you've got, what are you drinking? Tell us what you're drinking.
Okay, so I have been COVID sick, so I've learned that there's nothing I can drink and have that be okay, but wine.
Okay.
A little bit of wine every day actually like kind of helps make everything feel better and seem to like calm my system down. Not a lot, but just like half a glass. So I've been doing that consistently straight through. So I have that, but also this is like my first day of feeling like maybe I'm coming back to health.
Yay!
So, I
Ooh!
Cider Boys.
Cider Boys. So you're drinking Cider Boys. Perfect.
Yep.
Now, is that something that's local or?
Cider Boys, I have no idea. I have no idea where they're from. I'm a bad Cider Boys fan. I know that they have good cider and that they have options like strawberry and peach, and yeah, they just keep things interesting and fun. This is a Grand Mimosa that I'm drinking.
Sweet.
So, and then because I'm still sick, I also have my electrolyte water and I have my white tea.
So so you're drinking pints on pints on pints right now. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I have planned ahead for this. Not only do I have my pint glass, which I thought was important, but I have this. I'm very excited.
Woo! Tilt amusements.
This is the perfect, like, if you're like on a surface like a couch or a bed or something, drink, because it's weighted at the bottom with what?
Oh, I was just about to say that. Like, how does that sit? Like, you can't. I was like, you can't sit that on an actual table, like, right?
Oh, you can and you do.
Oh, let me see this.
So this is how it sits on. Hold on, if you can see there.
Oh, okay.
How it sits on a bed, like super comfortable. It's going to stay upright, which is amazing. But then on a table here. Let's just put it on the floor so you can see.
Yeah.
It's just a basic principle.
So it sits somewhat upright, but you can't do like a Jen full glass where it's like full up all the way. Otherwise,
Well,
it'll.
you get correct. You actually stop where the tilt.
Okay, where the tilt.
Don't pour past the tilt because then you have tilted.
Then you have tilt issues, yes, and you'll have major tilt issues.
Back here. And it's kind of beautiful because again, I've been sick, so maybe not like in the brightest state of mind, but it didn't occur to me that this glass tilts. It did not occur to me, which is amazing.
Oh, I love it though. Yeah, it tilt with the, yes.
I want to shout out to the Montgomerys, Jason and Karen. They got these for Trent for Christmas. Woo! There goes that.
And we got high speed going again. Thank you, Steve Ritchie. We love you.
I love it. I'm gonna get. I have my handy dandy computer here. I love this. I'm doing the thing with you on my phone, but I've got my computer behind it, like propping it up.
Yes.
It's perfect.
And which is like many of my like happy hours that I've done the past 2 weeks have been like me with my phone propped up on my computer. So I totally understand. Exactly understand like where you were coming from.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking America's oldest brew, and I am drinking Yingling lager right now. So, yes.
Nice. Well, here we do this.
So we
You know what else is great about this? We can sit here, we can do this, and I can be sick, and there's no way that I could get you sick.
But it's cool because in case you did, I did bring my hand sanitizer. So I've got my hand sanny ready to go.
Yeah.
To do that. Yep, we can do that. But yes, no, I stopped at my one of the local places around here and bought them out of their Yingling, you know, because their supply's not coming back in. So I was like, well, I'll take whatever you have, which wasn't a lot. Like, I don't want to sound like an alcoholic or anything, but like I definitely bought them out. So, and I've been nursing these for probably like 2 weeks or so. So yes, so I do have my Yingling, which is usually my drink of choice when I'm out. So cheers.
Come by. Cheers.
Cheers. Prost. Yes. So overall, how are you doing?
I'm doing better. So I was in a car accident when I was like 16.
We got JJ joining us too. Yep.
So yes, when I was like 16, I was a passenger in a car and there was an accident, and like for, I don't know, maybe like 15 seconds, I hit my chest and I could it pushed all the air out of my body.
Yes.
And I couldn't pull the air back into my lungs for a second, and I was like, oh, am I gonna die? And that was like a weird, like, oh, maybe this is it kind of experience. I had that same experience for like 5 or 6 days in a row this week. It's been freaky because when you can't breathe and when your heart's racing all the time, and there's nothing you can do to make it calm, and everybody's talking about how other people have died from what you probably are currently experiencing. Like, that is terrifying. But the good news is that, you know, take really good care of yourself and get lots of rest, and you could be, you know, hopefully one of the 80% who, you know, comes out without having to be hospitalized. So you were... I'm in a really, really good spirits, and I just wanted to, like, explain how much amazingness today is compared to the last 6.
Good. So you're definitely feeling better now, which is amazing. Like, I know we've talked a little bit, and, you know, obviously been worrying about you, and coughing. I'll hand sanitize. Every time you cough, I'll hand sanitize.
That's solidarity. That's sanitizer solidarity, and I appreciate it. So I actually don't want to talk about it anymore, but you asked me how I was doing, and it feels good to be alive.
Good. Well, so speaking of though, like, you're doing good, you're doing great, you're feeling better. Are you staying at home, or I mean, I know with your work, it's a little bit difficult to do that. So while you are at home, like, what are you doing? What are you up to?
I'm doing all the things. I'm breathing into a humidifier, like 12 hours out of the day.
So let's digress. Let's not talk about, like, what are you doing to, like, take care of yourself. What are you doing?
That's what I was doing. That's
true.
It's been fun, okay?
A humidifier or a diffuser?
Humidifier.
Okay.
Oh my God, I have it. It's really cute and green. I'm telling you, it's nice to have a friend. Right? It's cute.
It is very cute, yes.
Okay, so let me tell you, while I've been enjoying my best friend, my humidifier, I've been watching Deadwood. We've been watching a lot of Deadwood, and Evan Bingham, thank you for giving them to us years ago. We're finally getting around to it because we have time now. Drinking half glasses of wine, as I mentioned. That's been kind of lovely and relaxing. Reading. I've been reading a lot about that thing that's happening out in the world because I want information about it. But, you know. And then yesterday, my first, like, glimmer back of energy, I played some Congo, which you can see behind me here.
I'm okay with that, like, playing Congo. Congo's a fun game. Congo's a really fun game.
Happy. And one of the things that I hope that you do on Pinball and Pints, and then, like, and I would like to come back again you should incorporate pinball into it and the playing of it. I think that'd be really cool.
Eventually that will be the goal eventually. However, you know, right now we're in a little bit of a, I'm gonna say we're in a very weird state, right? You know, where we all want to interact together, and like this is the one thing I think this community struggles with, that we're trying to figure out, just like everything else, is it's such a social community, and like how do we stay social, you know, by still doing what we love doing, and that's playing pinball, outside of like, you know, being able to be in person together playing there. And I absolutely agree. Like, I had an idea for this segment or this series to literally be like at a bar or at a barcade or at a location. Like, we're literally playing pinball and like drinking and like talking and having a good time. But unfortunately, like, when I decided to like actually have it going, you know, a lot of my plans of things that I wanted to do kind of like had to hit a standstill. And I don't want to say hit a standstill, it hit a speed bump, right? So you can still do what you want to do, you just need to figure out how you can adapt. And that's a big thing that's going around right now, is like, how do we adapt to the current environment that we're in? Because it's temporary, yes, but like, you know, it may not always...
How are you adapting?
I'm adapting very weirdly.
Tell us. I want to know. Wait,
yeah.
I have to remember that this is my break time.
Yes. And I'm rocking a pinball summer, so I'm gonna do shout out to Arcade Super Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you, Arcade Super Awesome, for my pinball summer, which I hope we're having another pinball summer here soon. But adapting for me is different because, you know, I was somebody who already worked from home. You know, I worked from home a lot already with my job, and I went into the office, you know, the majority of my week. However, like going in there, I didn't really interact with people a lot. So like when my job said, all right, you know, shelter in place, we're all working from home, I said, all right, cool. You know, that's not a big deal for me. And Steve Ritchie just really wants to like interact with this interview.
Should I turn Steve Ritchie off?
You don't need to turn Steve Ritchie off. It's okay.
So you're stuck in home. I know that you're an extrovert because we talked about this previous, and I'm aware that other people might not know this as much about you. Like, what are you doing to scratch that extrovert itch?
I know, and that's the hard thing, and that's a lot of things.
What you're doing?
It's things like these. It's things like this. So it's, you know, for me, it's hard because, you know, I would be at home and then I'd finish work, and then the way I'd recharge my energy is like go out and play with people. And so right now, where it's you're done with work and now I'm stuck at home, I'm sheltering in place, you know, you got to do things where you can interact with people. And, you know, this was always a project, you know, bringing back my YouTube and like, you know, making videos for people was always something that I wanted to do, but I never had the...
You had a YouTube before?
I did, yes.
Can you tell me more?
And yes, so I actually started a YouTube, it would have been almost 3 years ago. When I moved to Columbus, I was documenting my move to Columbus and like the steps that I took while I was moving, because I wanted to be able to, I've always been the type of person that I want to share my experiences with people. So, you know, you know, if I can inspire one person, or if I influence one person to be, you know what, moving sucks. Nobody likes moving. I get it. I've never relocated somewhere before, but I shared my experience while I was doing it. And if one person found some solidarity or found some type of like, you know, calming fact that like, yes, I'm stressed out because I'm moving somewhere, but like, you know, somebody else has done it and this is what they did. Yeah, it's that shared experience. And so like, you know, these are the types of videos I like doing, and like, you know, what I started to do up again is basically like sharing my experiences. You know, if one person views my video and says, yeah, I'm gonna go to Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum because I watched that video and it looks like a pretty freaking cool place, I'm a happy camper, because I let somebody know that, hey, this is a cool place to go and do it. And they go and they went and they did it. And so, you know, that's why I like talking, you know, like, let's talk. Let's, you know, find some experiences, share some experiences. Let's just have a good time. We're all in the same boat together. And
so let's go off script for a second.
Yeah.
But only after you're done with your thought.
I was gonna say, let's share these experiences together, because I'm definitely the type of person that's like, this is a lot of the interactions that I have, and I want to continue to have those interactions, and still be able to recharge my energy, but yet still make sure other people are also having their energy recharged as well.
I'm Ken Scotty agreeing with you.
Okay.
Very cool.
So you wanted to go off script for a second here.
Well, yeah, but I also wanted to say, like, thank you for, thanks for just providing more fun. Just like Steve Ritchie, you come with the fun and the energy and the entertainment value. So I really like that. Like, I dug us having a conversation the other day, and this is fun. So, and also, you are the reason that I started doing video chats. And, I was too dead to do anything the last couple of days, but, like, I was like, why haven't I been video chatting this whole time? It's amazing. Yeah, so didn't miss the boat on that for too long, because you popped in and we talked for 2 hours. So that was cool. So cheers to that also, by the way.
Yes, cheers. I bit my lip while I was drinking that. I don't know how I bit my lip when I was drinking, but I did.
It's because you have skills. Okay, so like what's the weirdest thing about, like in your own personal worldview, like what's been the weirdest thing about being stuck at home? I don't mean like weird, like oh, that was a weird movie I watched, but like truly strange. You have to have found something that just threw you off, like, huh.
I am actually truly weirded out by how much my dog is not like wanting to be around me 24/7, because I'm always used to like being home, and then he's always like, I want to sit on you, I want to hang out with you, and then like I wake up and I leave and I go to work, or I go out to league, and then I come home and he's like, I want to sit with you. But now there's been like night after night I've woken up and he's like sleeping on his own couch. So I have 2 couches. I have a couch, and then I have like a little love seat thing, and the love seat thing fits like him perfectly. So I wake up in the morning and he's over there, and I'm like, you're not sitting with me. Like, what? Why are you? I mean, I think it's just because he's like, I've literally seen you for 2 weeks straight. I'm done. Like, I'm done with you. Like, I'm good. I'm doing my own thing now. And he's giving me the evil eyes right now. And
I need my space.
Yeah. So it's just, I never thought I'd get to a state where like my dog was just like, you know what? No, dude, I'm good. Like, I need my own space. Like, I'm backing out.
I don't know what's going on over here, but we have a similar thing happening, like weirdness with the animals, like unexpected turns of, we have 2 cats, Audrey and Butters, and never the two shall meet. They don't like each other too much, or rather Butters wants to like play and bat and smack her around, and Audrey's not having it. She's just hissing, and like she doesn't run very well, so she kind of like waddles quickly away after she's done her like triple hiss. And this is the way of things. And she spent maybe 6 months like more or less under a coffee table, and I was like, we have to rehome her, this is so sad, you can't live your life under a coffee table. And then she eventually started coming out as she kind of claimed her spaces.
Okay.
But they don't hang out. And this last week, weird things have been happening. Like, they'll both come and sit on our laps. We have like kind of this tight love seat situation. It's close quarters. You can't have like 2 cats on the opposite end of the couch and everything's fine. Like, and they can still pretend to hate each other. They're like sitting within a foot of each other a lot every night. They've made what do they call that? They've made amends. Yeah.
They signed a treaty.
They signed the f***ing treaty. And I don't know why. Like, but they're home all the time. And the cat, some certain cats, all they want to do is sleep on you all the time. It's like they don't get tired. Like, it's the opposite of what you're experiencing with JJ. Like, the more we're here, we hear you, Steve. The more we are here in this house, the more they want that. So like now they're like, well, I want it too, even though there are the cats there. Maybe I could just pretend to be. And the other day it happened. We found them sleeping on the chair on that same love seat together without us present.
What? Oh
and
man.
Now they're friends.
And now they're best friends.
So
yes.
quarantine, all it took was quarantine and for us to be home for them to like figure out their problems.
So I also did figure out that JJ is definitely a den dog. He's always been a den dog. He likes being in his crate. When he's not in his crate, he sometimes goes underneath my bed because he likes that space.
Like, so
yeah, he likes, you know. And ever since you guys brought over the Iron Maiden, ever since I got the Iron Maiden from you, he sits underneath the Iron Maiden. Because he loves the space. He loves the space, the enclosed space. And I'll be like in a meeting at work and I'm like, where's my dog? And I look and he's just chilling underneath the Iron Maiden table. So he loves it. He's as much a fan as it is as I am.
So like, talk to me about people then. Like, are there people that you're missing right now that you're used to interacting with in the real world who you don't see, and that sucks?
Oh, you know exactly what I'm gonna say. I miss James. I miss my boyfriend. Of course, I miss my boyfriend. You know, we've been on quarantine for a little bit.
See, and I know that is my fault because we were the ones that brought a pinball machine over, and I know we were careful, but you can't be too careful.
It's not your fault. It's also mine too because I was the one that made the choice to like have you guys come over and bring it, and you didn't know at the time. So, you know, we've been being very careful. We've taken this quarantine very seriously, and I will tell you, I'm on day 9. We're on day 9. So I got 6 more days to go.
How many hours?
I haven't counted the hours. I've counted the days. But yeah, so you know, James is definitely somebody who I'm missing. But like, I miss all the bells in general. Like, I miss going out on Wednesday nights, and even if it's a league night or not a league night, just going out. I just miss everybody at level 1. Like, I miss going out and just seeing all those people, all the regulars that are there, and hanging out and playing. What?
Yeah. I'm just agreeing.
Yeah.
I'm just there. I miss it. I do miss it a lot. And yet at the same time, I'm like soaking in the richness of solitude and being home with my things and my bed. That we are traveling so often that weirdly, that is a luxury.
Right, and so that's the thing that I keep telling myself is that, you know, I've had so many projects and so many things that I plan to do, and like I have a list of just like, you're gonna do this, this, and this, and I never get around to it because I never have time, because I'm always out at league, I'm always, you know, playing at, you know, in league, I'm organizing league, I'm doing this, this, and this, and trying.
No, is this a physical list? Like,
it is it's a physical list on paper.
And you brought it to share with the class.
I did not bring it to share with the class. It's across the room.
I think that deserves an airing at some point on Pints and Pinball.
Yes, it will. It will eventually, yes. So like a physical, it's actually an entire notebook of things. And like, you know, then there was the 24-hour tournament that I was planning, and that took up a lot of time. So there was just, you know, there was always something that I was planning and doing and playing that I just, you know, never got around to doing all the things that that required me to stay at home. So I consider this something that you know, everything, I'm a true believer in that everything happens for a reason. So all those things that I planned on doing that I'm like, oh, when I have a day off, I'll get to it, or, you know, I'll do this. You know, this is my excuse to get to those, and this is one of the projects that's as a result of that.
This is our generation's one opportunity to have all that space and time that we never had.
Yeah, that we all long for, right? The space and time that we long for. And
I say generation, whichever generation you are right now, this is that part of your time.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, so I'm gonna tell you. I'm sitting here thinking, like, my 30th birthday is going to be such a doll because I turned 30 at the end of May, and I'm pretty sure we're just still going to be in quarantine by the end of May.
Are we allowed to swear?
We can't. I'll bleep it out.
Oh, okay. That's fucking cool. You know why? Because your 30th birthday, that premiere, one of the moments of your life, right? I think 30's big. It's major. Between your 20s and your 30s, it's huge. And you get to have that memorable moment in the most memorable moment of the whole thing already anyway. That's awesome. I mean, like, I think it's amazing to be someone who graduated this year, as weird and as up as it is to like miss out in the last couple of weeks and exams are screwed up and you, like, you were separated from your friends before you realized that there's all these negative things, but like, wow, that was you. That was your moment in time. you were graduating with.
Yeah, you had your last day of school a month ago and you didn't even know it.
I gotta say, like, there's value in having life experiences that not a lot of other people have ever or will experience, and to have that. So,
right.
I think, assuming you come out healthy, wealthy, wise, and your family and your friends are safe, this is a lot of good.
So speaking of, so we're all stuck in, right? We're all stuck in at home. We're all, we're sheltering in place, so to speak. We should be.
I feel very sheltered. JJ is definitely
sheltered. So where are you longing to go? Like, what has been, like, now that we have been, like, we need to stay in place, where have you been like, forever, I always wanted to go there. Now that, like, once this is all done, I'm going to make my efforts to try and go there. Where's one place that you've always wanted to go to?
Well, can I ask, maybe you tell me first if you have an answer to that question, because I got to think about that.
I always have a top 5. So I have a top 5 places. I have a top 5 places of, like, where I'd like to go. I've had this top 5 list for probably like 10 plus years now. So my top 5 list of places that I want to go to is, in no particular order: Australia, Antarctica, New Zealand, Russia, Greenland. And I've been to Australia, so I'm good on that one.
Oh, I was gonna say you could tick off Australia, Russia, and New Zealand. Bam, bam, bam.
You could, yes, but no. I ticked off Australia. I did not make it over to New Zealand while I was over there, but who doesn't want to walk the path to Mordor? Excuse me while I refresh my beer for a second here, because I did have one on standby.
Hold on, we're refreshing our drink.
Yeah.
I gotta be careful. Like, I'm gonna try to drink this whole thing and a little bit of this, but like, I don't want to do anything to mess up my immune system's capacities here. So I don't think I can rightly drink all of it.
Yeah, no. You take your time. Yeah, definitely, obviously take care of yourself. But yeah, that's always been, like, I've always had that, like,
you want to go to Mordor, you want to return the One Ring.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but, like, I definitely want to go to New Zealand. There's a cave I read about where you can kayak through that's just, like, full of glowworms. It's completely lit of glowworms. And that's how the cave is lit. So that'd be really cool to see. Antarctica would be really cool to see too, because who doesn't want to, like, who can say they've been to Antarctica? I'd love to be like, yeah, I've been to Antarctica. It's great, You
should see if you can go there during the quarantine, because then you're part of the most select group of all.
Do you know there is actually an ATM on Antarctica? There is an ATM there.
Oh,
yes.
Well, make sure to bring your card.
Yes, I will. But yes, no, Antarctica, well, because the reason why, because when I was in school, I was really into climate, like, I studied climate, and I was really into, like, paleoclimate, so Greenland and Antarctica are great places to study paleoclimatology, so I had it, like, out to go to, like, those 2 places, and now that I don't really...
Did you want to be a climatologist?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That's very cool. Now, what do you do with that? Do you work for a weather station? Do you work for an Antarctica, like a ship off Antarctica, literally?
There's a couple of different things. I mean, it really depends on, like, what you want to do. So, do you want to teach? Do you want to do research? Do you want
What did you want to do with it?
I wanted to teach. So I wanted to be a professor at a school. Like, that's always something that I've been into, is, like, I've always wanted to teach and be a facilitator and be a mentor. And my issue is, like, I didn't want to do the research part of it, but, like, if you are a professor at a college, there's always part research in your contract, and I didn't want to do that, so I, decided to not go that route, and I decided to get the job that I have, which is here where I am here today. So
But you teach.
I do teach. I do teach now, yes. So I do facilitate in some type of manner. So I always was going to be a teacher, apparently. Even when I was young, everybody told me I was going to be a teacher. So, and here I am. Not necessarily a teacher, but I'm a facilitator, yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What are you doing for food?
What am I doing? You're avoiding my question.
No, I'll answer. Okay, fine. Hold on. The place that I want to go to?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I thought of 2 places, and thank you. You jogged my memory. The one place I want to go right now, like worse than anywhere else, would be Florida.
Okay. Visit your
Florida. I love the warmth. I love the sunshine. I love the palm trees. I love the way that air feels and smells. It's like it's more like moist in the air. Like I wouldn't call it damp by any means.
Humid.
Like, there's just more humidity to enjoy. Like, and again, like I wouldn't even call it like humidity. It just feels like good to me. It feels like breathing in life because I tend to run dry. So if I could be in Florida right now with the trees swishing and the sun shining and breathing in that air.
Steve Ritchie's agreeing with you.
He gets it. And shout out to all of my friends and peeps in Florida who are actively enjoying that stuff right now. But I really want to go there. I could be there right now and be very happy.
So are you from Florida?
I'm actually from the opposite of Florida, pretty much, Minnesota. And it's cold there.
But you don't have a Minnesotan accent.
Well, because apparently there is not one. there's kind of sort of one. It's a little bit tricky. It doesn't really matter. I'm not sure anyone's interested, but like there was the movie Fargo, and everyone made a big deal about there being an accent in Swedish and yada. And like I grew up pretty much sounding like this. I noticed that I had a job where I counted money, and I know one day I was going 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, and I was like 8D, 6T, 8D, but that's a T. Like I was thinking to myself, because of that movie Fargo, I was like, do I have an accent? Do I say D when I mean to say T? So I would sit there on my job and I would like carefully say 20, 4T, 6T, 8T, as I was counting out to myself, self-conscious about the fact that I might have an accent, only to move out of town to like Ohio and different places that I've lived, California, and be told that I had no accent. And then people were always surprised by my lack of accent.
Well, and see, the reason why I bring that up is because Ohio is notorious for people coming here to lose their accent, because we also do not have an accent. Unless you are from Akron.
Because you have more of an accent to me.
I do, because I've got what's known as the Akron A, and a lot of people don't know about that if you're not from like Northeast Ohio. But I have the Akron A, so like my vowels are very drawn out. Like I'm like Akron, yeah. I'm like Akron, like you ask, like my vowels are very drawn out. But like for the most part,
say osteoporosis.
That's just like that's a tongue twist. Osteoporosis. But like that's just, well, see, and that's the thing is like, you know, people tend to come to Ohio to lose their accent, so I know that like
when they move physically to Ohio, they're like, I have to move to Ohio.
No, like actors and actresses come to Ohio to lose their accent. Like their acting coaches send them to Ohio. Yes, I kid you not. The internet.
Internet? Why haven't you been telling me this internet? Why?
Yes. Yeah, they literally come to Ohio to lose their accents because we are so neutral here. So that's what it surprises me, because I know of like, you know, Minnesota being like, don't you know, like those.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Yeah, and you don't, and you don't.
Stillwater in Duluth in the what do they call it? What do they call the canoe? There's a place in Minnesota where people canoe, and the boundary.
It's the Land of a Thousand Lakes.
They say, yeah, you betcha. I'm sure.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, see, like, and I can't do it like on command. Like you would think by now, because enough people have parroted it at me, but I feel like I'm miserable at
well, it's one of those things too when people are like, do your Akron A. I'm like, I can't do it on command. You just have to be listening to me and like hear it.
Who sounds, the people that sound like Minnesotans actually are, here's looking at you, TLS, Canadians. Yeah, they sound like every stereotypical Minnesota accent thing I ever heard. Julie Dorsers, I had her record a message on my phone, her accent, because she kept saying sorry.
Sorry. A boot.
That sounds fucking
Yeah.
It was perfect. Because first of all, they're like, you know, the stereotype is like, oh, they apologize incessantly, which they do in Minnesota. I was taught as a Minnesotan. Hold on a
Your
second.
care,
Can you hear me
yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I was taught growing up in Minnesota that you apologize for everything. You were always on apology mode because you care about other people and you're sorry that you did something. You're sorry. And that is something we do, and it's also like, I get it with Canadians. And Julie, like, every turn of someone could like step on her toe and she would say, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be in your way.
Julie, we love you. We love you, Julie. We do. Wonder Woman herself.
She knows how incredibly cool that this makes her. She gets the power of the cool that she
yes,
described.
yes.
And so because I loved it so much, and because we were all a little punch drunk, she is now on my voice recording, and she's just
yes, yes,
sorry.
yes.
I laugh just thinking about it, which makes it all so very worthwhile.
Yep.
Oh, and I want to say that last night I was on a call with Maureen Hendricks and Danny Peck, Lauren Gray of Backbox.
Yes.
And Danny, like, well, speaking of accents, have you heard Danny pronounce, like, this is a weird question. Have you heard him pronounce different body parts by any chance?
No.
What do you call those things that like stick out underneath you, like above your feet and below your waist?
Your legs?
Yeah.
Are you? Did you say legs? Legs?
But she says, and she was the one that brought this up. Bless her soul. At Indisc, and it was fantastic, and it's of course good content because it's hilarious. She said she gets for it. She gets beat for it because she says leaks.
Leaks?
She's like, what do you think I'm saying right now? Leaks. we're like, I don't know. No clue. Like, I ruined it. I told the joke backwards. I should have just said leaks and asked you what you thought I was telling you, but of course I'm not good like Danny. So yes, accents are where it's at.
No, yeah, and like, unfortunately, here in the Midwest, we don't have any. We in the Midwest are super boring and we have no accents.
I forgot about this. We need to talk about this, though. There is something that does happen in this town and in this state, and it's driving me up a wall. People don't say the words to be in a lot of places where it's grammatically correct, and they would say it in the rest of the world and the planet. And I finally had to look it up to explain to someone because they didn't believe me that other people in the rest of the continent, on the rest of the United States, actually say it differently.
I feel like we've talked about this before.
Right? If you needed to do the dishes, what would you say?
I gotta do the dishes.
What? Or the dishes need...
The dishes need done.
Dishes
are done, man. The dishes are done. Have you not seen Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead? The dishes are done, man.
Well, that's different. That's making a statement.
But yeah, I would say, so if you're asking me, okay, you know, what do you need to do? I gotta do the dishes.
See, that's great. A lot of people say the dishes need done. The laundry needs washed.
Yeah, I gotta do, well, yeah, I usually say, like, I gotta do the dishes, I gotta do the dishes, I gotta do laundry, you know, I need to fold my clothes, but I don't ever, but to your point, and I know the point you're making, I don't say the dishes need to be done. No,
right,
I don't ever say that at all.
Yeah, like I need to go, like the dishes need to be done. The dishes need to be washed.
I would say the dishes need done. I would say the dishes need done.
And so, like, when that started happening around me, and I heard people saying that when I got to town, I was like, doesn't that sound horribly wrong to you? And now that I've been here like 10 plus years, I still can't quite cotton to it, but I also don't like cringe every time I hear it. So that's as close as I think can get to like an accent situation around here, is that grammatical change, that shift.
Yeah. All right, unfortunately we had an entire interview filmed, but we ran into some technical issues. Like I said, Deboarh was my test subject and she did help me work out some kinks, so next time things are gonna go a lot smoother. So this is gonna be part one of a two-part interview with Deboarh, so you'll have to tune back in to see that. Thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. I wanna make sure that, you know, you're doing okay. What are you doing with your time? What are some things that you're up to? I know you can see some of the projects that I'm working on, but I'd love to know what you're doing as well. Don't forget, if you liked the video that you watched, make sure you hit that like button, as well as to get notifications when my new videos come out or when the next interview comes, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Again, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next time.